Well, great photo sent in from Norm Schimmel. Right there, you can see the moon setting, I believe, this morning. Beautiful shot with the Ringling Bridge right there. And happy Passover to Norm and all the Jewish viewers out there tonight. Beautiful evening and lots of sunshine around throughout the day. A few fair weather cumulus clouds rolling in from the east and maybe even a brief sprinkle here and there. You can see the clouds kind of darkening up this afternoon as the east wind kind of ran into the west coast sea breeze. Warming up, but chances for rain will remain low, and we're looking pretty good for Easter weekend. High pressure continues to dominate off the Georgia coast right here. We're getting that easterly component. Whenever that easterly wind comes in, we have a tendency to warm up here. And there are the few brief showers, brief sprinkles, if you will, moving from the east to the west. So you can count on maybe one or two lone sprinkles here and there. No major accumulation anticipated with these weak showers. One now just north of Inglewood, south of Venice, pushing off to the west. Another one near Rotunda. That, too, is making its way off to the west. We had one lone shower near Anna Maria Island. That, too, heading off into the Gulf. It's 79 degrees right now at the Sarasota-Braden Airport. It's 81 in Braden. Right at the end of the pier there, it's 75 into Venice with partly cloudy skies. The dew points really come up now at 59 degrees. You may recall on Friday that number was at 35, 39 degrees, and now the humidity is also rising. Winds are out of the west. That's that sea breeze that has kicked in. The pressure 30-10, falling ever so slightly, but we're still under the influence of a high pressure system off the Carolina coast, which will dominate our weather. It was warm today, 87 degrees after a pretty cool weekend, and the record high 90, so just 3 degrees shy of the record set back in 1962. And same old story on our rainfall. We could use a lot. We haven't had much, and looks like it'll stay dry on Tuesday with high temperatures still warming into the low 80s with mostly sunny skies. We'll see a few clouds developing in the afternoon along that sea breeze front and maybe a sprinkle here and there, but no major accumulation anticipated. You can see this storm system weakens as it runs into this high pressure system, which continues to feed us that easterly component into our winds. A few showers along the east coast will try to make their way all the way over to the west coast in the afternoon and evening, and there won't have much of a chance of doing so, but we'll see a few isolated sprinkles, if you will, throughout the afternoon and evening on the west coast, both on Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, the satellite national picture showing a storm system making its way through now Illinois and Indiana, bringing some rough weather there, some bigger storms, and fairly quiet over the northeast, although into Canada near Ottawa and Montreal, getting some rain, changing to snow to the west thereof, and lots of rain and freezing rain combined into Washington, also into northern sections of Oregon. Another storm system set offshore of California, expected to move onshore. The cold air just kind of confined over the northern plain states. 31 now in Minneapolis. Pretty warm, though, in the nation's capital. It's 80 there. Cleveland at 78 degrees and 80 in St. Louis. Boating, east winds turn to the northeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet with a moderate chop. The water temperature is still fairly warm at mid-70s. Low tide upcoming 8 o'clock. Another low tide at 7:45 tomorrow morning. And sunset will be at 7:52. Should be a nice one. Mostly fair. Seasonal, 60 for your low. That's right around the average. Tomorrow, low to mid-80s, and it looks like mostly sunny, warm and dry, high of 82 degrees. And the extended forecast is calling for, we're looking for generally fair skies and temperatures into the low 80s as we move on through much of this week.